everyone. This is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and today is May 10th, and this is episode number 10. So May 10th, episode number 10. Did not plan that. This is episode number 10 of my weekly podcast, just updating you on the things that I've been doing all week. So I have my cup of tea in my new Sturgeon's Mill mug. And if you have noticed, I started a new playlist that is Tina's Travels. So each time I go somewhere that I'm filming on scene, I am putting them into that playlist. So this last week, what went up Thursday, is from the alpaca farm I went to. So make sure and go watch that if you haven't already. It was shearing day. But my husband and I, we like to go out to Sturgeon's Mill, and it's a really old sawmill. And I mean, I guess it is a type of fiber, but it's not. Most of what I do is fiber related, and I do other crafts and everything. But my husband, as you all know, is becoming a very accomplished woodworker. So we enjoy all the old things anyway, and going out there and watching them run this old mill. And they have a couple times a year that they run the old mill, and watching this whole process, it's really neat. So I actually took some footage this last time we went, and I'm going to put a little video together, and I will put that up, and that will go in the playlist of Tina's Travels. So let's see. Finished objects. There's one for you. Just one. I got one more square done for my Paradise Fiber, not Paradise, scratch that, rewind, the Wonderland yarns. So this is the fourth, I think it was the fourth block for the knit ones for March. So those should all be done. So I'm slowly trying to get caught up. My yarn just came for this month, so I'll be getting those squares done soon so that I can get the video put up and you can see this month's yarn and goodies and the squares. So that is a future one, but not sharing it yet because nobody else has it yet. I have a few works in progress. I am working on that crochet along I showed you. So last week I showed you this section, and I am still finishing last week's. So I got this piece done. I still need to weave my ends in, but I got this piece done, which goes along one of the sides. I'm not sure which one. Goes along one side, and then the next side is another one that's like that, but I still have to do one more height, so it'll be the same width as this. And then the pattern for this week is out, and it will include the flower that goes here, and then it has two sides that are a wavy. So I should hopefully get this one finished tonight, hopefully. And like I said, I am using my scrap yarn from my stash. So I am just about out of this one, and I have a different blue. Well, it's still a light blue, but it is a different brand of yarn. So it's not going to be exact, but I'm okay with that. I've done that in ones like this before. I like using up that stash, and they're just cozy, comfy blankets. So it'll be nice. So that's where I'm at on that one. And my son's scarf. I got a new bag today. It was, I think it's called Paper Source. They're a store through Barnes and Noble, but they have their own little stores, and had all kinds of neat stuff in there. And they had this bag, and I kind of went back and forth on it just because the pattern on the bag wasn't my favorite, but the bag itself's really nice, and for the price it was actually really nice. It's a big heavy duty canvas bag. It has 4 pockets on the outside, which is perfect for putting your patterns and stuff in. And then on the inside, like most bags, you have your little pocket, But then it also has these two, one on each side. Let's see if you can see that there. And I thought, oh, this will be perfect. I've got 4 skeins of yarn I'm using on this. I can put them into there. I even went like that, but they're just tiny bit too thick to fit into the holes. But they did fit into the middle space really nicely. And so everything's in there. So it's still a nice bag. And then when I start working on his sweater, it'll be a nice size bag for that too. So last week, I was right here and I did get some done this week. And I'm actually, hard to see with this dark yarn, but I have started the cables. I think it's looking nice. So that's where I'm at on that. And now I have a repeat I'm doing here that I have to keep repeating a whole bunch of times before I get to the other end and then do the decrease back like this end. So it'll still take a while. I will move my marker up to where I am now. And this marker is a Wonderland Yarns marker. I love their markers. Their markers are the best. They're so easy to use and they're cute. And let's see. Okay. Car sock. Yeah. This is my bag from Weird Sisters. Free Dobby knit socks. Perfect sock bag. And I've had a lot of time this week actually to work on this, sitting in my own appointments and taking other people to appointments. And as usual, I can't help myself but have issues. So this is where I was at last week, right there. Another really cute Wonderland Yarns. So I got all this done, which is great. I'm up to like 61 rows on the foot so far. And this yarn, while I'm thinking about it, this is a self-striping yarn, and it is bamboo, cotton, and Where's it at? There it is. I always forget PBT, 8% PBT, but it's basically bamboo and cotton. And there's the tag, and it is in the colorway Egg Tempura. And I really, really like the feel of this yarn. It is an amazing yarn. I can't wait to actually finish these socks so I can wear them. But anyway, so I've gotten from here to here. One problem. I was working on it just a little bit ago and noticed a problem. And being the perfectionist I am, I'm going to have to fix it. Right there, I have added 2 stitches. It's 20 rows. I have to take 20 rows out to get to that bottom one. But I've added 2 stitches, which has left the hole, which I could bring together. But I know that I've got 2 extra stitches on one side, and it just bothers me. I can see where it gets wider right there. So I'm going to have to pull back down to there, which means I'm going to move my marker, and I'm going to move it to just below. I'll put it a couple rows below so I have working room, but I'm going to move it to there because all this is going to have to come out and get restitched. And I was getting so close. I mean, I need to do about that much more and the sock would have been done. And at least it's straight knit rows though, so it's going to be relatively an easy fix. It's just the fact of pulling it all out and picking up the stitches. But I was watching Nitty Natty did a tutorial the other day because she had a sock. She had done one sock longer than the other, so she was fixing it and she was pulling stitches out, and she went down to where she wanted to be and went along and picked up the stitches on the needle before she started pulling it. I mean, she she had finished it, so she had no needles in it at all, but I could still with this just pull these out. And then she picked up the stitches and then pulled it out, so they were already hooked onto the needle. And I'm like, I think I'll try that. That should hopefully make it a little bit easier. And I am doing this on ChiaoGoo's US1. I don't remember the length on this one. But anyway, so I'm doing magic loop on the ChiaoGoo's. So that is where I'm at on that. This will be the third time I've had to take rows out. So hopefully, if I'm really lucky, maybe I'll have that sock finished by next week, but we'll see. I have a new cast on I just started. I've actually been planning to start it for almost a week now, and I finally cast it on today, so I'm actually only this far, but I jumped on the bandwagon. I couldn't help myself, and I decided to knit the emotional support chicken. So here is the finished one, and I will link the pattern down below, and it's by the Knitting Tree LA on Ravelry. She does have a video that helps you to understand these wings when you're doing them. Come on, focus. She does these little short rows with a little wrap on it. What does she call it? Where's that? Wrap and turn. And it's really simple, but it's nice having the video that you can see how she does it. And so far, I mean, I haven't gotten very far, but so far it is actually relatively a simple work. And I'm actually doing a smaller needle than she is because my yarn is a little bit smaller weight, so she might end up a little bit smaller. But when you look at her, and I need to come up with a good name for her. Everybody keeps getting these really catchy names, but you see the main color, then she's got the stripes, and then the yellow beak and the red comb and wattle. And I have been looking for something to do with this yarn that I had spun up a while back. You may remember it was from one of the Paradise Fibers boxes I had, and which there will be no Paradise Fiber unboxing this month. They are taking a break. But I was trying to decide what to do with this yarn that I had spun. So now I know. So the main part of my chicken is going to be in this colorway. The stripes are going to be in the dark, which that dark is mixed here. I took these two colors and mixed them for this. So this will be the body, this will be the stripes, and this will be the beak. And then I'll pull out some red to use for the rest of it. And I think when I figured out how much I had, I think I should have enough to do it. So I'm looking forward to completing my emotional support chicken. And a lot of people I've seen that have done it, there's been a number of them that have made multiples because they enjoy doing it so much. So that is a current work in progress. So we'll see how far I get on that one. With everything else, see, my crochet along is my bedside one, and I try to work on it for maybe an hour at night before I go to bed if I go to the room early enough. But if I don't, I set myself an ending time. I don't work after 11 because otherwise I'll keep working on stuff. But if I go to my room like after 10, a lot of times I don't pick it up because I figure it's too late. I need to just relax. So crochet along is my bedside one. The socks are my car project. The scarf I've been keeping here near my desk because where I'm working the chart and everything, I want good light and stuff, especially where it's black. but I'm trying to do at least 4 rows a day. And I've done it a couple times, so we'll see how I do. But I just got something new in the mail today, and it is from Knit Picks, and it's this great little folio. And what is really cool about it, and I can't wait to actually use it, is I got it specifically to be able to use with my chart. So I take my chart, and you can see I've got a sticky thing on here so I can follow my rows. But with this, I take the chart, fold it, and I put it on here. It's got nice heavy duty magnets on it. And then, let's see, where am I at? I am right. Should be starting, I think, the cable right there. So I can take this little guy off, and then the magnets hold this into here, and I can use this one to adjust where my rows are and be able to see what I'm working on. And then it's got this great little, it's got a double magnet snap. So I can either put it like this, so it's this width to stand it, or I can put it to the next one. There. I can do the next one, which will bring it in a little bit more so that it stands like that, and I can set it right in front of me where I'm working and be able to look right at my chart. And then when I'm done, I just close the whole thing up, and that goes into my bag. And when I go to start again, I open it and it's going to still be on my row. So this ought to make things a little bit easier. Hoping. I just got it, so I haven't gotten to actually try it out yet, but and then it will slide right into one of these great pockets right there. So that will hopefully work really nicely. Go over there. Stay. So that's one of my new little fun toys. And I got, we'll see if this works. I mean, I've already been interrupted by the phone once. It's not going to work for that, but I got 2 of these. Recording in progress on one side and recording in progress, please do not disturb on the other. And I can put one right here so people know I'm recording, because they'll always walk up to me, are you recording? And I'm like, yeah. So whether they'll pay attention to it or not, I don't know, but I can also hang one on my front door. So if they're not home, then maybe if I'm lucky, they'll come in the door quietly. So we'll see if that works, but got those in. I picked up a couple books this week, and you know, I was wanting this book. Biggest reason I think I just got it was it happened to be on sale on Amazon. But when I'll actually get to it, I don't know, because I'm still working on trying to complete my first pair of socks. But it is Knit a Box of Socks, and it is by Julie Ann, I'm not going to say this right, Le Bouthiller. No, I didn't say that right. But it's 24 sock knitting patterns for your dream box of socks. But she's got such fun socks in here. And look at the, oops, I just turned that the wrong way. There we go. Little sheep all over it. I also got by Natalie Emile, Crochet You. If you have not seen this, Elise Rose Crochet, she had shown a bunch of books recently, and this was one of the ones she showed. And I love this book because it gives you the basic doll pattern and then different things you can add on to create these dolls that have different disabilities, basically. And I have a friend with a little girl that I say little, she's 13 now, but I pick her up at least once a week, and she wears leg braces. She has her whole life, and she wears glasses. And they actually have, see the little girl here with her leg braces, and they have how you can do the glasses, and they've got all different kinds of things. They even have they have a doll body that's specifically for Down syndrome. So you put the different pieces together to create the doll you want for the person you want. And so they have their basic doll shape, and how you can do, with limbs that are missing. There's the Down syndrome. And then they even have so they do scars. So if they've had surgeries, they have all the instructions on doing the hair and creating different links. But then they also have ones that are, for your leukemia and cancer kids that just are wearing the hats because they don't have hair. They show you how to make all the different pieces of clothing. And then let's see, shoes. They've got all different styles of shoes, even Mary Jane's and boots. And then we get into the essential aids. So then here's the foot braces, leg prosthetics, crutches, the wheelchair, glasses, hearing aid and cochlear implant, even feeding tubes and accessories. Here's one that's the port on the belly. This one is the tracheotomy. And then you can even make a little assistance dog. So if they have a guide dog or something like that, and you can make little stuffed animals for the doll. And then I know there's I've seen it, I saw it in the picture here. There's the stick that they use for the blind, but I don't remember actually seeing the pattern in here, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere. But they have all these different things in there, and I just think it's the neatest thing. And I believe when I got this one the other day off Amazon, it was on sale too, so go check it out. If I will try and remember and link both of these. Link books, because I think those are really neat ones to be able to do. Let's see. I think that was most of the things that I wanted to tell you about this week. So make sure and go back and watch the alpaca video from this week. And I did, so they were shearing, and I got to be up there for all of that. And they invited me to come back after the babies are born. So that will be fun. And I brought my little alpaca that I had made and took pictures of it by Autumn, who was the inspiration, and she even came up and sniffed it, which I thought was really cute. So make sure, go watch that video. Yeah, go do that. Here let's see, we've got nice sunny days now, which is great. It's been in the 90s the last couple days. So nice and hot, but I'm really glad to see the sun. I don't live in San Diego now, but I was born and raised in San Diego, so I like my sunny days. I'm not into really cold, but I can do without the super hot too, in that same sense. But anyway, so think that's everything I had for this week. It's honestly was not a whole lot, but I've been really busy throughout the week. So we'll see if things calm down enough next week that I get a little bit more done. But I hope you all have a great weekend. Have a great Mother's Day weekend. All you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. And make sure click like and subscribe. Do all those YouTube things. Um, all my links are down below for other social media, including my Facebook group. So come join me in all those places, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.